What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're back doing another not really new look rebuild. I almost said a new look rebuild. Obviously we're not doing that today, as you can tell by the title of the video. We're building 4 players again around a perfect player. Well, not perfect. I'm saying this totally wrong. Anyway, you guys know what the deal is today, but I wanted to give a little update about my schedule. So, a little update. Double uploads every day besides Sunday. Either Sunday there'll be one upload or no upload whatsoever. So expect uploads to go, first upload to be at 10 a.m. and then the second one to be at 4 o'clock p.m. So I'm going to try to get 2 video out to you guys every single day besides Sunday. So guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like if you do enjoy. I really do appreciate it. A subscription goes a long way. I literally, full-time job, I go to school, and I'm grinding out YouTube for you guys, so a subscription would be really appreciated. But let's go ahead and build a team around Anthony Davis. Today we're going to be building a team around Anthony Davis, next year's 2018-2019 MVP. Yes, you heard it here first. I think Anthony Davis has a good chance of winning the MVP. But today we're going to be building the perfect team around Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis will be playing center, so I'll not be moving him back to his natural position at the 4. I'm going to leave him at the center position, and we're going to build from there. So, what does every good center need? They need someone next to him that can stretch the floor. So, that's what we'll start off with today. So, of course, Nikola Mirotic was that guy that the Pelicans acquired from the Chicago Bulls. They traded Omer Asik in a first-round pick, I think it was, to get Nikola Mirotic. So, yeah, good trade, and I think Nikola Mirotic is a really good power forward, but I think there could be a possible someone better than him out there that could help out. So, well, let me assume this. So, is Mirotic is not going to play the 3. I just don't see Mirotic playing the 3. Julius Randle, I think Mirotic will probably start, or just Randall come off the bench. I don't know. I don't know what the Pelicans are going to do, but there's no way they start together, right? So I guess I'll have Julius Randle come off the bench for him, but we're going to have Mirotic trade him away because I think he would be a better starter than Randall, because Randall's more of a center if you ask me. But one player, he's already been used in one of these previous videos, but I just think he would be a perfect fit next to Anthony Davis, and I think he would stretch the floor very well. He plays the 4 for the Clippers, and that is Tobias Harris. So Tobias Harris, another stretch big. Also a guy that can score anywhere necessary. So I like Tobias Harris. I think he's a little bit better than Nikola Mirotic. Obviously has some better defense probably than Mirotic. So Tobias Harris next to Anthony Davis, I think would only complement Anthony Davis very well. So I like the idea of Tobias Harris and Anthony Davis next to each other. Next we have the small forward position, which is usually played by Etuan Moore. Although Etuan Moore is 6'4", they like to undersize that small forward position. One guy I do like to play next to Anthony Davis, he is actually on a Miami Heat team. He plays the 3 and starts there, and that is Josh Richardson. I like the idea of Josh Richardson on this team as well. Another 3-and-D kind of guy. Just exactly what the Pelicans could need. So I like Josh Richardson next to Anthony Davis. I think he'd be a perfect starting 3 for the Pelicans. I love it. I just love it. 6'6". Definitely a lot better defender than Etuan Moore. A lot better suited there at the small forward position. So you can't go wrong. I think Josh Richardson would be perfect next to Anthony Davis, Tobias Harris, and then we have 2 more trades to make. So Elfrid Payton, you would have to assume, is going to be the starting point guard. Unless if they decide to go, I guess, Etuan Moore at the shooting guard and Drew Holiday at the point guard and Mirotic at the 3, which I just don't see it happening. So I'm going to assume Payton is going to start, and then Drew Holiday is going to be the starting shooting guard once again. So Payton, you know, kind of a poor man Rondo, but I guess we'll start with the shooting guard position for now. So at the shooting guard position, I like a certain player. He's not talked about a whole lot, but he is definitely underrated, I believe. Maybe not underrated, but he's not really talked about a whole lot. His team has failed to make the playoffs. They've actually been the 9th seed the last 2 years. And I'm, of course, talking about the Denver Nuggets. And I like their shooting guard and Gary Harris, who I think could also be another perfect complement to Anthony Davis. A 3-and-D kind of guy. Basically all you need. 3-and-D. Gary Harris, Tobias Harris, Harris brothers on the team. And then you got Josh Richardson. So all these guys are going to provide 3-and-D Tobias Harris not the best defender, like I said, but he would be a little bit better than Nikola Mirotic. But Gary Harris, Josh Richardson, some great defenders, and Anthony Davis, and also another great defender. So we definitely have a nice team. I like it. There's only one other player that could just perfectly mesh this team so well, and he's honestly perfect for the job. I can't even believe how perfect this duo would be together. This man has played with the likes of David West, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. You guys all know who I'm talking about. Of course, now playing with James Harden and Clint Capella, and that is Chris Paul. I love the idea of Chris Paul and Anthony Davis together. I think Chris Paul would be perfect. Another great defender, another guy that could just throw lobs up, another guy that just basically could dominate the ball and, let AD go to work sometimes when he doesn't want the ball in his hands. And then the rest of these guys are perfect off-ballers to Chris Paul. So I think this honestly is a perfect duo. And I think the three guys complementing Anthony Davis and Chris Paul will only make the team even better. So this is what we got. We got Chris Paul, Gary Harris, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Anthony Davis. We got Julius Randle off the bench, Ian Clark, Darius Miller, Troy Williams. I'm actually only going to do a 9-man rotation just because of how terrible this team is. Wow, okay. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it the way it is for now. Ideally, I would like we'll leave it. We'll just leave it. So, I love this team. I think it's honestly perfect. I love the idea of Chris Paul throwing that pick and roll next to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis pick and pop, pick and roll, throw the lobs up. I think Chris Paul and Anthony Davis would just complement each other so well. And not to mention, like I said already, these three guys would be even more perfect. So, I love the idea of Anthony Davis and Chris Paul together, like I've said many times already in the video. So, I would go ahead and simulate to the end of the season. Hit that subscription for your boy. And let's see how this team finishes out. At the end of the season, Curry is your MVP. Luka Doncic is Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans, 6-man. Basically the same stuff as usual. Anthony Davis and Chris Paul both make the All-NBA first team. So very cool there. So let's see. Anthony Davis made the All-Defensive second team, and Chris Paul made the All-Defensive second team. So good stuff. Third in the Western Conference. Let's see. What does it look like? What do the player stats look like? Chris Paul actually led the way. 23 points and 12 assists. 21 points and 12 rebounds, almost 3 blocks. Tobias Harris had 18 next to both of these guys. Julius Randle had 13 off the bench, and then Gary Harris had 12, and Josh 11. So I love it. I love this. I think that it went really well. So not bad whatsoever. As far as defensive team, I'm kind of curious if we were a good defensive team. Points allowed per game, we were one of the best. So, points allowed, we allowed 109 points per game. Points allowed per game. So, that's awesome. We were one of the best defensive teams out there. 4th best defensive team, matter of fact. And then as far as the offense goes, it doesn't look like we were the best, but 11th in the league. That's not bad. So, definitely pretty cool. I'm glad that this team pretty meshed out pretty well. So, we're facing the San Antonio Spurs in the first round. We're up 1-0. They even it up. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1, and just like that, we make it past the San Antonio Spurs. I took Gary Harris away from the Nuggets, so let's hope that we could beat them. So we're up 1-0, we're up 2-0, we're up 3-0, and do we sweep? We do not. Do they come back? Do they do not? So, facing the Avengers, I know I say that like every video. It kind of sucks that in every video I do this, we basically see the same team in the finals every time. The Warriors, the Raptors. Not a surprise. So, let's see if we can beat the Warriors. We're down 2-0. Can we even it up, though? We're down 3-1. Any possible chance the Warriors blow a 3-1 lead again? Probably not. Let's see if we can
try at least, and it looks like we're going to get bounced out here. So we gave it a good run. 5 games. Tobias Harris led the way, 25 points. Anthony Davis was non-existent in that game, 2 of 4. AD, it's an elimination game. You got to be shooting more shots than that. Come on now. That is not Anthony Davis like. So, and of course, Kawhi and the Raptors, same thing every time. So, sorry about that. But I'm really excited for 2K19. I cannot wait until that does come. 19 points. Gary Harris stepped it up in the playoffs a little bit. 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Damn, Anthony Davis is just crazy out there. So, anyways, guys, I do appreciate you for clicking on. Like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
So that video went pretty well. I mean, we got 3rd in the Western Conference. Got to the Western Conference Finals, but that's about it. And then, of course, we run into the stone wall that is the Golden State Warriors. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys would have no idea how much it would mean to me. If you are new and you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so. But this is Crushables. Thank you guys. I'm saying peace.